Third graders, ready? Let's do lesson 9.2. I enjoy watching birds at a bird feeder. These are unfortunately not the birds that I usually see. I see a couple of these at my feeders. But so Mr. White, I'm a big fan of a bird called a scarlet tanager. It's not on the screen there. Do you have a favorite bird? Yeah, some of you do, especially some of my nature folks out there, always going around looking at different things around you. Our goal today, why am I talking about birds? Well, I'm not going to tell you on this screen. This screen tells you that our objective is to be able to solve number stories by multiplying and dividing. Right? So number stories, of course, are going to require us to be those careful readers that we talk about so much. First thing you need to do is to open up to the bird pictures on these maps in your math journal, pages 277 and 278. All right, you have two jobs here. The first is to find a bird that could have a mass of 10 kilograms. Okay, so look around. This is kind of a lot. 10 kilograms. What bird? What is a bird you see that could have a mass of 10 kilograms? And what about 10 grams, right? So this is going to be just the G, not the kg, 10 grams. All right, let's talk about these. Now, when we talk about 10 kilograms, one of our choices, if not the only choice, is the California condor. So I'm going to come back in here, right? And one thing to remember is that, and it might not be to remember, but it might be to learn. If you have 1,000 grams, that is equal to 1 kilogram. Okay. And so a kilogram is the weight of a liter of water. So if you remember all of our lessons that we did with that liter, the liter jars, how much that weighs, and I'm using the word weight. I know it's a little different than the word mass. Okay, there's some scientific differences between those words, but I'm going to use them interchangeably here for us in third grade. That's going to be 1 kilogram. And so only the big birds are going to be in the kilogram range. Remember, we're looking for 10 kilograms. So this one is 1 to 3, the great horned owl. Bald eagle can get up to 7 kilograms. That's pretty big. All these other ones, let's see, 6 kilograms. The ones that are just G's, see, that's just G for gram. Those are small birds. So none on this page. But if I come down here, look at this guy. And I know it's my copy here is a little bit blurry, but that's why you have yours in front. The California condor is 8 to 14 kilograms. 10 goes right in the middle there. Okay, and so that's why California condor is the one that could be 10 kilograms. As far as 10 grams, well, one choice, if not the only choice, is black-capped chickadee. 10 grams. So we're looking for the hummingbird is too small, right? Only gets up to 6 grams. The cardinal's a little too big. So's the bluebird. Is the chickadee over here, or did I miss it on the other page? There it is. Right? See, 9 to 14 grams. So 10 goes right in the middle there. So one thing to remember is that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So those big birds, like Big Bird on Sesame Street probably weighs a lot of kilograms. The kilogram birds that are measured in kilograms, like the bald eagle and the great horned owl and the California condor, are much larger than the other ones. So according to the map, what is the greatest mass of a California condor and the least? So we can look at the map. We'll come back here to the condor that we were just looking at. The greatest a condor could be is 14 kilograms. What's the least that a full-grown condor could be according to this source? Yeah, 8 kilograms, right? There's the 8 right there. But what we need to remember is this. Why do you think they give us a range of masses? Right? So they say anywhere between 8 and 14 kilograms. Why give that spread? Why give that range? Well, they're not all going to weigh the exact same amount. Think about, your parents. Do they weigh the exact same amount? And do they all weigh the exact same amount as all of your friends' parents? No, there's a range of weights in adult humans, or masses in this case. Same thing with these birds. Some are bigger and some are smaller. Okay, we just answered that one about that it can have 10 kilograms. Is it reasonable to expect an adult hummingbird to have a mass of 15 kilograms? All right, let's find the hummingbird. Could the hummingbird be 15 grams? No, it could not. That would, look at this. If it only gets up to 6, now, could there be one that's like 7? Maybe. But is there going to be a hummingbird that's 15 grams? Not this type of hummingbird, at least. Okay, so we can use this kind of map, right, to and it also kind of shows some of the animals in our area. Although some of these animals are in a lot of these areas, like a mourning dove, we could find those down here in the United States. See lots of those. Okay, so now let's move on to how we would answer some questions. It says if one hummingbird has a mass of 5 grams, so that's really, really small, right? What is the mass of 30 same size hummingbirds? Well, this is equal groups. So if we add up, if we measure all of these birds, is that number going to be getting bigger or smaller? It's going to get bigger, and it's going to get bigger by a lot, because we're going to end up with 30 groups of 5. All right, do you remember? What do you remember about these extended multiplication facts? Here's what we do. We use the helper fact. We cross off that 0, and what we're left with is 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 50. What do I need to do with this 0, though? I'm not done. What do I do with that 0? I have to put it on the end over here, right? So our answer here would be 150 grams. Okay, you have 3 problems. There's that objective, or we're solving some number stories here. You have 3 problems in your math journal. We are going to do one of those together. So free answers. Open up your math journal to page 279. And the problem we are going to do is number 2. Okay, so you're going to get to do number 1 and number 3 on your own. Right? The directions for the page say to solve each number story, you may draw a multiplication or a picture or multiplication division diagram. All right, I picked number 2 because it's a little bit different. What bird could have the same mass as 3 30-gram ladder-backed woodpeckers? All right, now if I remember, the ladder-backed woodpecker is not on the map. Am I right? Let's look. I don't think it is, but that's okay because, oh no, actually it is. But that's okay. Even if it wasn't, we could still figure this problem out. Okay. If we want to know the mass, what we have to, our answer here, our final answer, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. We need to figure out the mass of 3 30-gram ladder-backed woodpeckers. What is my number model going to be here? Okay, now you could have said 30 plus 30 plus 30, but we're kind of past that now. We're going to have 3 birds, and each one weighs 30 grams. What is 3 times 30? 3 times 30 equals 90 grams. But this is not the final answer. Because the question, right? Remember, that's one of our skills. Always look back at the question. question says, what bird could have the same mass as 3 30-gram ladder-backed woodpeckers? So we're going to go to the map and we're going to find a bird that could be 90 grams. So let's do some searching. You can search here and you can search here for a bird that could be 90 grams. What bird could be that measurement? All right, I have found 2 here. Ooh, actually 3. You could have picked blue jay, right? 90's in between there. You could have picked killdeer. Okay. You could have picked blue-crowned. It's tough to read on this screen. Does it say marmot? Maybe. Let's see if there's any on the other page. You didn't have to pick all of these, but you had to find one. We're looking for something that could be 90. Anything here? Almost, right? Not quite the mourning dove because it's a little too big. There's one. European starling. Those birds are not my favorite because they come and eat all my bird food. Steal it from all the other birds. So what we have here, here's what we have to write. The number model, well, here's our number model right here. Let's put it on here. 3 times 30 equals 90. But our answer is not 90. Our answer is one of those birds. I'm going to put European starling. If you picked a different one, that's fine. Okay, so be sure to read these questions really carefully. You have 2 of them to do. Number 1, you can circle it if you want. And number 3, you're going to end up with a number model and an answer. When you're thinking about what the answer should be, make sure you notice what the question is asking. All right, 3rd graders, I hope you enjoy this map with some information about birds here. There's all sorts of great online sites about birds. If you're interested, can get your parents' help. There's a lot of live bird cams that you can go to. But get your parents' help and you can check those out. All righty. Good luck.